So quick little interlude today because I just want to remind you guys about one particular phrase that comes up all the time. And this is something that you learned at the very, very beginning of French 1. So the phrase there is or there are. How do you say there is or there are in French? That is the expression il y a. Okay, so if you want to count how many there are of something, that's what we use. Now, you also, along with that, learned the phrase there isn't or there aren't. What is the negative of that? To make it negative, we say il n'y a pas. Il n'y a pas. There isn't. Okay? Now, here's the deal. How would we answer these questions? If we're asking, are there some strawberries? And we want to answer that using an object pronoun. We're going to take out des fraises. We're going to replace it with on. Okay. Where is our on going to go in this phrase? Is it going to go before the I, before the a, at the very end? Where would on go? So the phrase on in this answer would be like this. Oui, il y en a. A is a form of the verb avoir. So our on goes before a. Oui, il y en a. Yes, there are some. Okay? Now in the negative, if we wanted to say no, there aren't any strawberries, figure out what the negative of that would be. The negative would be non, il n'y en a pas. Our on is still going to go before the a. Otherwise, we're following the same structure up here. We're just adding that on right before the form of a. Okay? What if we had this question? Il y a combien de papayes? There are how many of papayas? Notice that when we use combien in French, it's always connected to the next word by de. So you ask, there are how many of papayas? And our answer is that there are 5 papayas. We could do the same thing with these questions. Il y a combien de carottes? How many carrots are there? There are 1 pound of them. Il y a combien de radis? How many radishes are there? There are 3 kilograms of them. Figure out how you would put together those answers using on to replace the actual fruit or vegetable that's mentioned in the question. Alors, il y a combien de papayes? We're going to get rid of the de papayes, but of course, we're also going to get rid of the combien because that's a question word. So that's not going to be in our answer. So we need the il y a, we need the 5, and of course, we need our object pronoun on in our answer. So we would say, il y en a 5. There are 5 of them. Il y a combien de carottes? There are how many carrots? We want to say there's a pound of them. Il y en a une livre. There is 1 pound of them. Make sure it's une livre, not un livre, because un livre would be a book of carrots. Il y a combien de radis? There are how many radishes? We would say, il y en a 3 kilos. There are 3 kilograms of them. So, il y a means there is or there are, but quite often we use it with a quantity and then we add an on in there. There are blank of them. And then the negative, if we want to say there aren't any, we would say il n'y en a pas, there aren't any, or il n'y en a plus. Il n'y en a plus means there are no more. So there were some at one point, now they're all gone. So a quick little lesson on how we use on with the phrase il y a.